What is going on to you crabs out there? Hope y'all are having a great day. Smash the like button, okay? That way you can help out the video, but you also get more in tune to the video as well because you're engaging. I also want to go ahead and say, please make sure to click on the link in the comment section below by me, okay? It will redirect you to a website where there's all the ways to be able to support the channel so I can keep the channel going. Just want to go ahead and say, thank you. Okay, appreciate it. So for you crabs, you have the Chariot, the Queen of Swords, and the King of Swords. So the Chariot represents you crabs, right? It represents how it is that first card, by the way, it represents how you're moving forward in your own life. Things are going quite well. Things are going and working out the way that you intended it to, right? Which is always a good thing. Isn't that what you want? The Queen of Swords and the King of Swords, however, it represents your mentality. It represents how you are aware of so much now, right? The Queen of Swords is about your awareness. Excuse me, your awareness, your awareness, right? Just woke up, but it represents your awareness and how it is that you crabs are very much so aware of your own nature, other people's nature. I've been seeing it as a trend or something that really has occurred, I want to say, within the past couple of, I want to say, months. And you know, we're in May, but still in the past couple of months, how it is that you crabs have, you know, maybe you already knew this. You know, I'm not a crab myself, but maybe you already knew this. Maybe, you know what I mean, you didn't know it. But regardless of the who or the what, you crabs are now very much so aware of your own natures. And you are aware that, you know, your temper and that, you know, you do have to be patient and that you are developing that. And it's kind of crazy to see because I know some crabs. I know some Cancer crabs actually outside of YouTube, right? Not just in YouTube, but outside of YouTube. And as I'm talking to them, I'm really watching them learn how to control their own emotions and to control their own instincts. It's a crazy thing how patient y'all are, yo. I'm telling y'all, it's wild. It's wild to see how it is that even the most stressful at times, you Cancer crabs don't even allow yourself to get so upset to the point where it'll have you really wilding out. You crabs pretty much just chill. You do your own thing for the most part, right? And regardless of whatever happening, whatever is going on around you, a lot of you crabs very much so are very well-mannered, patient. You know, for the most part, a lot of y'all keep y'all hands to yourselves. So it's just real. So, you know, it's to see that in action, because I'm talking about seeing the crabs. I'm talking about seeing y'all go through very stressful situations, as it is I was talking about in my readings. And I don't tell those crabs about the readings and stuff like this that I do over here on my channel. I just basically just kind of sit back, you know, and become, I guess, closer with them, I guess. I don't know. Become cooler with them, and I'm watching them in their own, I'm watching y'all in your own natural habitat. And it's a crazy thing to really observe. And the King of Swords represents how it is that, but I'm also watching how clever a lot of you Cancer crabs are as well. Like a lot of y'all don't really get the credit for being as spontaneous and as resourceful as a lot of y'all really are. Y'all, I'm also watching you crabs really work yourselves out of, like I said, the most terrible scenarios. I'm not gonna put the person's business out there, but the craziest of scenarios. And you know, it's like I said, it's something to see. I'm talking about, without putting too much out there, I'm talking about having 2 dogs, about to lose the apartment, and is now coming up with a plan on how to figure that out, and essentially be, not necessarily be in one place for too long of a time and just continue to move around because of the crazy circumstances, right? And all of this type of stuff is inspired from a person that they was in a relationship with that treated them like trash, if you know what I mean. So to watch that in real time is real crazy from a lot of y'all, because this is the scenario, the King of Pentacles, just as it is that I was talking about for months. A lot of you crabs have this. You have the King of Pentacles. You have someone that, you were spiritually battling or butting heads or clashing with someone that operates like this, operates on this level. A person that, or people in general, but a person that, really has it out for you, and it's like they come into your life and the Four of Wands, they promise this, right? Four of Wands, they acting like they bringing this, the Four of Wands, which is, plans to marry you, happy life, fulfilling relationship. And here they are, they bringing in this. They're bringing in nonsense. They're bringing in crazy chaos. They're bringing in, dysfunction. And a lot of you crabs, a lot of y'all have been going through that discrepancy, like I've been talking about for some weeks. And again, it's so crazy to see because it's actually happening now. And I hopefully they don't watch my channel, for them to like fake the whole thing. But it's real crazy to see it in real time, because to speak about stuff like this and then to watch the same crab go from talking about how they're happy to now they're like, yo, this person was not who I thought they were. They were crazy. And essentially they wasn't paying their half the rent for like months, for like 2-3 months. So the person is short on rent because only half of it was paid. And the person was like going out and doing other crazy stuff with it. This is what the King of Pentacles represents. You crabs were battling this. Y'all were at odds with this. Y'all had issues with this. This is the type of person that you Cancer crabs had problems with. But this is why a lot of y'all kept getting the King of Pentacles. Usually when I get the King of Pentacles in this tarot deck, it usually means someone, look at the King of Pentacles. It usually represents someone who isn't necessarily trustworthy per se, because they're shady. They're very, shifty. Their eyes are very shifty. You can tell that you can read their face. You can tell that they're up to something. You can tell that they're up to essentially no good. They always got someone else on their mind. And just because they have someone else on their mind does not mean that the person that they have on their mind, they have the best interest for. So this is the type of person that you crabs have been battling. But the Seven of Cups, they do this with a lot of other people. You're not the only one. And they only do this with people that they actually have an affinity for. The person that they actually have had a relationship with or something meaningful, that's the type of person that they do it with. They don't do it with someone that's like a fling, but here's the catch-22 to all of that. They tried to butter the other person up to be in a relationship with them so that they could do that with that person. So what I'm seeing here is that some of you crabs may even, while you were breaking up with this person, you may have found out that this person does it with not just you, but they do it with a lot of other people as well. So that's another thing too, why there's a lot of you crabs was like, based upon doing your homework, a lot of y'all probably was like, yo, this person does this with a lot of other people, don't they? And to answer that question, they do, says the Seven of Cups. Like I said before, I'm learning how to read the tarot even better than where I am or where I was. The Emperor and the Five of Wands, however, represents how it is that, well, the Emperor represents you and them, really. It represents them in the sense that they feel good about it and they don't really see anything to change because they're unfortunately in self-denial about it. They don't want to admit that they go around being very dysfunctional to the people that they happen to be in a relationship with. But also the Emperor represents you in that regard, not you doing that to others. But but the Emperor is about how, regardless of whatever craziness is going on around you, crabs, y'all very much so still are willing to be patient and figure out your problems. So it just speaks to the patience that an emperor or an empress would have, right? You know, if you have a royal role, a good king or a good queen is going to be very much so patient. That's patience and wisdom is something that that a king or a queen is going to need in overabundance, because if a king or a queen doesn't have patience, they will ruin their territory. They will ruin their kingdom. They will ruin their queendom and all of that. They will ruin it. So the best way to not ruin their power, cause their own downfall, is to make correct decisions, is to essentially take their time, right? To be able to actually see the bigger picture. So the thing is that the Five of Wands represents, however, one of the things that you can start to implement or very soon, is that you Cancer crabs, are becoming very much so more aware of the things that you miss, to be able to spot when someone doesn't have your best interest in mind per se, and to leave the situation. Okay, part of the psychic defense, right? Part of the psychic defense. Part of being able to know what's going on is or I should say, staying away from weirdos, is the ability to know when someone is about to start off with their nonsense and leave. And this is what I mean when I say a million times, Cancer crabs, that when a person shows you some craziness like this, and it's a problem, right? It's something that they are gearing you up for. So in other words, it's something that's going to get worse as time goes on. So if a person isn't learning from their mistakes, okay, then it means that it's only going to get worse over time. How can you tell? If they do something that is inexcusable, then you know that you need to leave them alone. For instance, if you crabs talking to somebody and the two of y'all decide that y'all are going to hang out and the person flakes, you need to leave that situation alone, because they're playing games with you. Now, that's their loss ultimately. They're winning, they playing stupid games, they winning stupid prizes. Because at the end of the day, all those games are going to amount to them being by themselves. See, all that, like I said before, all that nonsensical stuff. All these games that's being played. So, at the end of the day, the only person that they're playing is they self. So all this is going to do is have you crabs add this to your level of understanding of, okay, when they do this and you start to see this happening, then it's probably a good idea for you to leave now. That's one of the best things that you can do, is to understand when a person is about to get real crazy and to leave. That's something that I myself has built up a very good track record with. Seeing when a person is crazy, because I don't hold on to anything. I don't hold on to anyone or to anything too tightly. If a person is being a jerk for no reason, you got to leave my life. All this all of that nonsense, playing the game and all of that. Listen, you got to leave my life. I got money to make. I got to invest in these stocks. I got to invest in Forex trading. In other words, what I'm trying to say is that I got to do me. So all of that nonsense about, satisfying hypergamy and playing this game with you, you're going to lose. I don't care about the people who I'm talking to. I'm just put it out there. I don't care about the people who I'm talking to that much to waste my life over it. That's the reason why there's a lot of people end up poor. Steadily playing this game of hypergamy and attention. Attention has become worse than you know what I mean, the puffy white stuff. I'm telling you, the but it's become worse than that. But the point that I'm trying to make here is this is the stage that a lot of you crabs are on. The moon and the judgment represents, just as this I was talking about. I was ahead of myself. When you see them start to show you problems, the moon and the judgment represents it's time for you crabs to leave them alone. The moon represents ghosting them. Don't socialize yourself with them anymore. Become hidden. Shield yourself. And the judgment, it represents how you need to understand what it is that you're looking at. They are individuals that are broken, that are gearing you up to take worse punishment. So they're going to start to treat you terribly to try to get you to validate yourself to them. That's what they're trying to do. They're in the game. They're in the game. They're playing the game. They're trying to treat you worse to have you validate them and be like, why are you acting like this? Don't be getting on like this. You know what I mean? Because they like you. Don't be getting on like this. Why are you acting like this? When you leave and you say, nah, this is crazy. This is wild. This is them now being like, oh, I didn't expect you to actually leave in the first place. So let's clarify the moon for you. The Ace of Pentacles, to clarify the moon. The Page of Cups, the World, the Four of Swords, and the moon. Oh, that's wild. That's real wild. Okay. The Ace of Pentacles and the Page of Cups, to clarify the moon, is about because you have way more value than that. But they're not going to treat you like that because it's a part of the game. So you crabs right now, y'all are in a very good position. Y'all do not have any weirdos around y'all. Y'all are healing from the weirdo-ness, the goofy people trying to re-enter your life. You not accepting them back. Y'all are doing what y'all need to do to protect yourselves. The World and the Four of Swords, because you understand their game. You understand where it is that they're going. And the Four of Swords, they are having problems with you. That's what the Four of Swords represent in this reading, right? They're having problems with you. They have to ghost you because they're thinking that maybe they can come back later, but they are having problems with you. People in your life, they are having problems with you, serious problems, because the games that usually works on other people is not working on you, because a lot of y'all are intelligent to begin with. So other than that, that's pretty much it. Peace.